What's up everyone, it's Darren Cruz from Heroes Avenue, and we are getting a lot of information about Avengers Infinity War, which is why I want to make a video about who I think will die in this next movie. And we're going to get a lot of information, especially since Comic-Con is arriving this week. I'll definitely be there. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cover all that information when I'm there this week. But before that, I do want to talk about who I think will die in the Avengers Infinity War, because they have been, kind of hinting or basically telling us that we will lose an Avenger. And so let's get right to it. Okay, so my first pick is Vision. And what I love about Vision is that he kind of represents how skillful the MCU is with bringing their characters into the universe and making it feel organic and connected to the storyline. So basically, Vision was created through Ultron, right? And his powers was given through one of the Infinity Stones that Thanos had in his gauntlet. And I'm assuming Thanos is gonna want his Infinity Stone that's on his forehead, that is meant for mind powers, which is why we're seeing all these beams coming out of his forehead in the movies. And so I'm assuming he will die if once Thanos takes that Infinity Stone out of his forehead, and this will most likely react to Scarlet Witch because they do have a romance, and so Scarlet Witch will. If he dies, Scarlet Witch will use all of her powers and kind of show us how strong she is with her abilities. And so this will definitely be a cool scene for her, a good moment to kind of show how powerful she is, because she is known to basically kill off all the mutants in the comic book. So just kind of think of how that would be adapted into the movieverse, especially in the MCU. So that would be really exciting to see. Okay, so my second choice is going to be a big one. It's going to be Captain America, because one, this follows the storyline, because Captain America is supposed to die. Steve Rogers is supposed to die, and then Bucky takes on the Shield. But Chris Evans has been talking about his contract with Marvel Studios and how he was only supposed to shoot 6 movies, but they wanted to make Avengers 3 a 2-parter series. So he's gonna come back for the 4th one. So my thinking is that since the Avengers left off on a kind of a bad note, they're kind of split up because of Civil War. I'm assuming that Captain America will die in Avengers 3, and that his death will bring the Avengers back together. Kind of like the Justice League, how Superman died, and it will bring the Justice League together, or I guess it will help form the Justice League in that case. But in this case, for the Avengers, it will help bring them back together and reunite to fight Thanos. So that is my prediction for that. And since he will be back in Avengers 4, just like the comics, my prediction is that he will come back as an undercover SHIELD agent, but without the shield. And this will leave room for Captain Marvel to come into place, because she is basically as of right now, she's leading the Avengers. And so it'll be really cool to see, it'll be really cool to see Bucky take over the shield, and 2, it'll be really cool just kind of them following the storyline again from the comic books, but they'll adapt it their way, which will fit the storyline. And I think this will be a perfect opportunity to add in his death and basically end Chris Evans' contract with Marvel. So that'd be pretty cool. And so my third and final choice is Iron Man. So Robert Downey Jr., his contract is I'm assuming it's almost over. This guy has been doing Marvel movies for almost 10 years now, since 2008 or 2007, I believe. But he started this MCU universe, and so he's gonna end his time on the screen with Marvel sooner than later. So I think he will die. previous video, Rob made a video about the footage description of the Infinity War. Kind of talked about how Thanos took a part of the moon and threw it at the Avengers. So I'm assuming that, it's my prediction, I don't think this is ever gonna happen, but when he threw a piece of the moon at the Avengers, maybe one of the Avengers kind of comes up and tries to protect everyone. And that person, I think, will be Iron Man. Just like how he did in Avengers 1, he kind of sacrificed himself to move the missile into space, and kind of, he didn't even think about if he will survive. He did it for humanity, did it for the Earth, to protect the Earth. And so I feel like he's gonna do the same for this one. There was also a description about how how he's bringing back the Hulkbuster armor. So maybe when Thanos throws part of the moon at the Avengers, he has his Hulkbuster armor and protects the Avengers. He also had, there was also clues to this from the Avengers 2 movie, where he had a prediction also about how all the Avengers were dead. If you guys remember that, in that prediction that Tony Stark had, Steve Rogers said, "Why did you let us die?" I think it was something along those lines. And so I'm assuming that he will sacrifice himself to protect all the Avengers in Avengers 3 in the Infinity War movie. So I think that those are big clues that he will sacrifice himself to the point where it will affect the fans. It'll make the movie even much better with his death and his final goodbye. Alright, so those are all my picks. So I just chose 3. Who do you guys think is gonna die in Avengers Infinity War? Write your comments below, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.